Alright, I think we're overdue to meet someone new. Dossier, the Convict. Jack, no last name known. Exceptional biotic ability. Criminal background, currently in custody. Jack is rumored to be the most powerful human biotic ever encountered. Very little additional data regarding Jack is available, except that the subject has a history of violence and should be approached carefully. Currently, Jack is being held on the Turian prison ship Purgatory. Cerberus has negotiated the prisoner's release. Let's go see if I can find my way there. I don't know why I phrased that like it's a question. Oh, how am I gonna get there? Woo! It'll be so difficult to follow a few waypoints and teleport there practically via a mass relay reaction. Yeah, it's noteworthy I'm halfway out of fuel just from that trip. So you get in some trouble pretty quickly. Although I don't actually remember what happens if you run out of fuel, because it's just not that... It's kind of it almost feels like a pointless mechanic. I think that the costs are almost non-existent at the end of the day. So I guess it doesn't really amount to much, but it's a weird inclusion to some extent. Like, it's kind of a fun nod to realism, I guess, but it just feels... It just, from a mechanical standpoint, it kind of feels like it's almost non-existent. Because you can just refuel in every system somewhere, and I don't think it really costs you much of anything. And so it's just a simple matter of making sure you return to a fuel depot on a regular basis. Prison ship Purgatory. Owned by the notorious Blue Suns mercenary company, the Purgatory was once an arc ship used to hold agricultural animals. Now it is used to hold prisoners, whether taken in a battle or sold by unscrupulous politicians under the name of subcontracting and outsourcing. Rumors abound that the Blue Suns turned skilled or fit prisoners over to Patarian slavers, but few have ever seen the transaction and lived to tell about it. Its population is listed at 4,350, but independent journalists estimate it is nearly 3 times that in periods of overcrowding. So we've had multiple run-ins with groups like the Blue Suns now. I have a theory that they wanted to make those types of gangs ever present, just so you had actual people to fight on a regular basis in the story. Because Cerberus is out of the question, and the Geth aren't really a part of the equation right now, at the very least. So here's some gangs. Deal with them. All right, we're taking down humans. How about Kasumi and Morden? Do I want Solarian Scientist or more Incinerate, is the question. I mean, I want Neural Shock to some extent, but they're gonna have to wait for that one. Nice passives never hurt, though. Let's go for the passive status upgrade for now. You've already got your Rapid Shadow Strike, so we're definitely putting points into something here. Let's see. Power retimes wouldn't hurt, Overload doesn't hurt, Flashbang's fun. Yeah, it's part of what makes your character special. Let's give it to you. Well, peaceful. Not necessarily a proper mission yet. No one's shooting me yet. How about you guys? Are we gonna have a problem? It's weird to think of, like, gangs having prisons, basically. They're real big organizations, apparently. Although, didn't I kill their leaders? Were the Blue Suns... I'm actually not entirely sure. Were the Blue Suns one of the people fighting Archangel? I thought I killed all the leaders of those gangs.
Welcome to the Purgatory, Shepard. Your package is being prepped and you can claim it shortly. As this is a high-security vessel, you'll need to relinquish your weapons before we proceed.
I can't do that.
Everyone stand down. Commander, I'm Warden Kirill, and this is my ship. Your weapons will be returned on the way out. You must realize this is just a standard procedure.
It's my standard procedure to keep my gun.
Let them proceed. Our facility is more than secure enough to handle 3 armed guests. We're bringing Jack out of cryo. As soon as the funds clear, you can be on your way. If you'll follow me to out-processing for the pickup, Commander.
Let's go.
Cell Block 2. As you can see, we keep tight control over the population. Each prisoner's cell is a self-contained modular unit. I've blown a few out the airlocks as an example. The ship is made up of 30 cell blocks identical to this one. We house thousands of criminals. We can put the whole place in lockdown on a moment's notice. Nothing goes wrong here.
Can you tell me about Jack?
Cerberus hasn't told you? Jack is the meanest handful of violence and hate I've ever encountered. Dangerous, crazy, and very powerful. You'll see soon enough.
How'd you end up running this ship?
I was in law enforcement on Palaven and got sick of seeing criminals escape out into the galaxy to carry on with their crimes. Bounty hunters aren't dependable. Eventually I hit upon this idea. Keep the criminals in space and the galaxy is a safer place.
You do this because you think it's necessary?
Every day I see the worst sapient life has to offer. Governments are soft, unwilling to make the hard choices. Someone had to stand up and make the galaxy safe.
Maintaining a population this size in space can't be cheap.
We can cut corners that governments can't, and each prisoner brings in a fee from his homeworld. These individuals are violent, and their home planets pay well to keep them here.
What happens if the homeworld doesn't want to pay?
We explain that we can't maintain the prisoner without their help, so we'll be forced to release him back onto his homeworld, at an unspecified place and time.
Extortion. Uses prisoners to threaten worlds.
You don't have to agree with my methods, but don't question my motives. These are despicable people, and I'm keeping them locked up.
Let's get on with this.
Suppose escape attempts are minimal in number.
We're in space. They have nowhere to go, and they know it. But still, we exercise extreme caution. These are dangerous individuals. We have many ways to control the population. I'm going to confirm that the funds from Cerberus cleared. Out processing is straight down this hallway. Just keep going past the interrogation rooms and the Supermax wing. I'll catch up with you later, Shepard.
Well, let's explore our prison colony. Anyone else get vibes from, like, I don't know, Star Wars Episode 2 a little bit? When they visit the weird planet and they're like, we're making clones, look at our clone factory, we're in a catwalk over the clone factory. Except that was way cleaner. Creepily clean, actually. That place never felt like a vaguely real location. This is messed up, though. A bit. Oh, look, blood spatter. I guess they just like living in filth. So there's little capsules that just have people in them in little cells, and they just put them up there in walls, and kind of hard to break out of those when you don't even have a place in front of your cell at that point, and you're in space, of course. But as a true twist that reveals some darker intentions, they act like it's a great place for the best that has all these great intentions, but then they have the threat of extortion supporting the whole place, and that immediately I'm thinking like maybe that's the whole real reason this place works.
These are some sick freaks.
Yeah, I don't really buy for a moment that this place exists to do good, really. Like, I can almost see Garrus trying, like, Garrus is closer to what you'd expect if you're gonna go all renegade in your pursuit of justice. Like, if you don't want criminals going free, and you're like, oh, the rules have failed the system, I need to go out and deal with the bad guys. You're just gonna go out shooting bad guys. The idea that you would capture a whole bunch of bad guys and put them in a crazy prison colony and then extort their home planets, that's not something that's done for justice. It's like some sort of weird, like, I'm gonna break the rules and do justice my own way. Like, no, you'd probably just be killing people if you're gonna go renegade justice. You just cut out the whole process. This is organized crime. That's what this form of justice is. This is not vigilantism.
Hey guys, over here! Let me ask you something. If you're buying prisoners, can you buy me? Man, I don't care where you take me or what you do to me. It's gotta be better than this.
Have come to collect Jack.
Jack? Forget what I just said. I don't want to go nowhere with you.
I thought this ship was a prison, not a market.
Sometimes people buy cons so they can do some punishing of their own, if you understand. Warden sells this to whoever can pay enough.
Why are they interrogating that prisoner? He knows something?
Nah, that's Bimmy. He don't know nothing. He offed someone in the showers yesterday, I think. Guy he killed was worth a lot to the warden. Yeah, sucks to be Bimmy right now.
They're going at it pretty hard. Did they ever kill prisoners by accident?
Haven't heard of anyone dying. Warden can't make money off us if we're dead. Funny thing, though. The more a guard does it, the meaner he gets. So they rotate him through.
So, what are you in for?
I killed a few people. Only about 20 or so. And I blew up that one habitat. Small time compared to most of the guys here.
Tell me more about Jack.
The worst trouble you ever saw. Mixed with some crazy and way too much biotic power. That's all I'm saying.
What's it like here?
Bad. And you gotta watch out. Damn, but someone's always after your stuff. Your smokes, clothes, your pride. I haven't taken a shower in 3 months.
I should go.
Wish I could go.
And they slipped in their obligatory reference to prison rape. Just gotta put that in somewhere, apparently. Or they will in the showers. So yeah, that even adds to it more. The idea that they sell prisoners just adds to the idea that, like, this is not a vigilante justice offshoot. This is not... That whole thing he told me was a spiel he uses to justify what he does here. It's a story he tells people to make this whole thing feel more justified, and maybe even to justify it to himself, but that's not... This is not a logical progression from vigilante justice, really. This is a racket. This is not making the galaxy better. Especially if he says he killed over 20 people and that's good, that's like not bad by the standards of this place, that means that they must be specifically targeting the most dangerous possible people in the world. And their logical process of targeting the most dangerous people in the galaxy and circumventing the rules to take them down is not to just kill them, but to imprison them and then extort their home planets. Yeah, that's the most feeble possible excuse for why this place exists.
I hear the screaming in my head. It's nice, yeah.
Yeah, this place is about 30 seconds away from becoming Outlast at this rate, with the types of people that are here. And it's set up nicely, because we already have a gun, so... And how often do you have non-combat missions? So I wouldn't expect this to go peacefully. Oh look, chest-high walls everywhere.
Processing's through the door on the far side of the room.
Do I have a map? I don't have a map. So he says that's where I'm supposed to go. So I want to go over here. Let's take a look. Maybe we'll witness more atrocities. Wouldn't that be fun? Look at the glowy floor. Solcon 5? Not sure what to make of that.
This is the Supermax wing. It's off limits. Outprocessing is back down the hall on your right. They'll bring your package there after the cryo-thaw is finished.
They'll bring your package. Hey, Morden, what you doing? Just hanging out? Didn't feel like coming by? Were you trying to question the literal definition of the concept of standing clear and how one does such a thing with such a busy Solarian mind? Don't see much interactive around here. Just a lot of conveniently placed chest-high walls in a staggered formation so you could proceed from one to the other one forward, almost as if it's a room designed for you to shoot your way through it at some point.
My apologies, Shepard. You're more valuable as a prisoner than a customer. Drop your weapons and proceed into this open cell. You will not be harmed.
Huh. Immediately, huh? Well, I guess so. Come to think of it, this is kind of like what we just did with Overlord, where we go in and then we have to fight our way back out, and it's kind of just looking around the environment makes it look like that's going to happen.
You talked up your noble intentions with this prison, but it turns out you're a criminal like the rest.
Activate systems.
Well, here we go. Oh, they're humans. That'll make this quick. Stab him in the back.
Making contact.
Yep. There you go. Wait, where'd she go? I thought she was gonna get him. Oh well. Oh cool, I shot the floor. That's not what I was meaning. Okay, well that worked. I forgot I was using that gun last time. When I took down that last airship. Weird, I told Kasumi to attack and she just didn't. There she goes. Oh right, I need my combat armor on. This is the time to activate it. Everyone else is quite a ways off right now. Hey doggies, I see you. You gonna come to the door? Come on over, guys. Oh, bad times ahead. There's a Kasumi kill.
Deploying incineration tech.
We'll be fine. We'll be a-okay. The dogs are just stuck. That's adorable. Oh, here it comes. Oh. So much for the lock-on, huh? Alright, yeah, let's just go fight them. They seem to be rather disinterested in approaching. Oh, hi. Friend. Goodbye. Oh, wow. I used Reeve on him, and he was all animated that way, but he wasn't, reacting in the moment.
We have to get Jack out of cryo.
I almost feel bad for going after the dogs. Alright, well this was all a trap. Watch out. Whew. That explosion might hurt, I'm not sure. So when I said that this was going to be a battle arena, I genuinely did not remember that it was going to literally become a battle arena immediately. I was just like laughing at the level design, like, hey look, bunch of chest-high walls and a staggered formation to help you move forward. That's pretty funny, right? That doesn't really mask what's about to happen here. And then immediately it happened. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, don't I feel silly now? It'll be fine. Yeah, I wasn't even in like a ha, let's spoil the future mood. I was just like, look at this level design. My memory is definitely not that specific. You go get him. I want to watch.
Look out!
What do you mean you can't get him? Morton, you do it. There we go. Now he's on fire. That's not a great way to go. Security controls. Is there anything else around here? Med station. Refined Ezo. That's about it.
Interconnected controls. Opening one opens them all. Chaos.
It's the only way to get Jack out of there.
I'm doing it. Be ready.
That's Jack? We have to get down there.
Well now, say hello to Jack. The character with so many tattoos, I often forget she's not wearing a shirt. The tattoos at some point just look like a shirt, basically. Due to sheer coverage.
Heavy fighting. Complicating factor. Prisoner could be in danger.
So when I see this... Oh wow, she just beat her way through and through the wall. Impressive. When I see this character, I just kind of get a general feeling that they took some level of inspiration specifically from Chronicles of Riddick a little bit.
This should come in handy.
Just some elements of that universe seem to be coming into play here.
Restore order! Lethal force authorized! But don't kill Jack! Tex, lockdown! Lockdown!
Welcome back to the Shepard Doesn't Turn glitch. There she goes. She figured it out. We're gonna be fine.
Sector 7 9, and 11 have lost life support. No survivors.
Chest high wall, fighting time.
At least she'll be easy to track.
No? My instinct has betrayed me. Here we are.
Return to your cells immediately, or I'll open every airlock on this ship!
Oh, well, that's bad. Let's see if I can take that guy out from here. That's a weird detail, by the way. Why would all of the cell doors be interlocked so opening one opens all of them? What? Why would this place work that way? Oh, well, oh, she happened to be attacking that guy. Like, how... Maybe I'm misinterpreting something there, but that seems like an incredibly bonkers way to run everything. Oh. Whoops. That was close. Hey, Morin, you have overload, don't you? No, you have overload. Let's map that for now, Kasumi. I need a little bit of that. We got some shields to burn through. There we go. And then Morin's fire is... yeah, health and armor. And I'll be using Reeve. You can go back to doing whatever you feel like, more or less. Everyone just wait patiently, don't expose yourself. You're gonna take some bad damage. There we go, we're taking turns just fine. No reason to go exposing ourselves right now. I don't think he can even come up here. There we go. Now it's the final push. Gotcha. Anyone else? What's over here? Was he handcuffed, it looks like? Yeah. Interesting death pose there. Why in the world would there be a release everyone button, and why would it be the only button? This seems like a slightly contrived scenario to make a fight happen.
To overload. Core systems failure.
This guard got swarmed by prisoners with improvised weapons. He never had a chance.
Prisoners helpless. Guard had power. Perhaps abused it. Violence here could be retribution.
Yeah. Retribution sounds fitting enough to what's kind of going on around here. Ow. That was an accidental moment. Uh-oh. We have another one? Oh, right, because I stepped on the thing, so it undid my progress a little bit. There we go. Yeah, retribution's probably justified based on what we've seen so far, although the criminals themselves are likely still proper criminals if they're going to be useful for extortion, so... maybe just shoot everybody at this point? With very little value lost, perhaps? I mean, even that one guy, he seemed nicely spoken enough, sure, but he killed 20 people. That's not a good start. It's not a very good sign. Look at that disc up there. Now that's something that reminds me of Guardians. Oh no, that's just a catwalk that happens to be tilting in that direction. I was getting a little bit of a Guardians vibe for a moment there, but that's gone. You go take him out real quick? Oh wait, I don't have that mapped anymore. My bad. I meant to do... you. Yeah. There we go. Having a good time. Everyone's dead. Spectacular. Who doesn't like an explodey barrel? They're always really illogically placed, but who cares? People are just dying everywhere at this point. No, I want you to attack the guy. What do you mean you can't do it? No! Oh. Yep. It's getting crowded around here pretty quickly. You'll be fine. Whoops. Well. Got him. Very handy we got these Kasumi SMGs. Let's see. At the time we only got a couple of them. We must have developed more because I think the entire party might... yeah, the entire party is using them right now. Oh, there was only 2 of them. No, click on the enemies. I'm not trying to click over there. Nope. Use my skills. Alright, getting a little stuck on geometry. Okay, let's run back a little bit. Okay, nope. Is that an enemy behind me? That's probably an enemy behind me. Or maybe that was Kasumi? Well, that got a little disorienting and messy real fast-like. Let's try heading up the slope this time. Oh, hi there. There's clearly going to be a big bad mech heading my way. You want to be ready for it. Being able to shoot it at it from across a big open area would be best. Hi there. Well, yes, we do see you. How nice of you to visit. There's the big bad mech. Alright. Anyone who has neuroshock, overload, needs to have it ready for what comes next. Working on it. Come on. Oh, shot straight at me. Crap. That was a hell of a knockback. Alright, time for fire. There we go. Hey, no, go away. Go away. I'm doing things over here. Fire off another one of these. Incinerate. Got it. Okay. We're almost there. Exploded. Yes, it is. That's not... Oh. Gotta wait a moment for Unity. Then we can get Kasumi back up. Get up. There you go. No spawn camping. Get away from her. Well, I got them. Let's head up here next. Go. Grabbing some stuff. Hiding behind boxes. On my way over. They even spawn chest-high walls along the fight, which is funny because I'm not on the team of the people that work here. So the facility is actively working against them right now, even though it's their place, which is amusing. There goes the shields. Burn them.
Engaging target.
Got him.
Find Jack. Full alert. Find Jack.
We also need to find Jack. Funny how the guy shouting his objective is effectively also a reminder of the player what their objective is. Can you not go over this or what? There you go. Got a little bit stuck. There wasn't really any ammo over here. I'll take the money.
All guards to cell block 1.
This is a good place to show you this thing. So what happens is that the bullets do not come out of your gun in this game. See? I'm physically next to this pillar right now, this wall, and I'm aiming, and I'm somehow hitting the wall that's next to me, because the bullets literally come out of the camera and not the gun, which at a distance makes your shots accurate, but up close, you can just shoot stuff that's standing directly in front of you, even though you're clearly not pointing your gun at it. I'm clearly aiming down the hallway, but I'll hit this wall that's next to me, which makes no sense because it's next to me. Oh, one of these. Alright. Let's do this. You guys. That's the one. You're a battery thing. Gotcha. Those are symbols that I could probably draw in my sleep at this point.
You're valuable, Shepard. I could have sold you and lived like a king. But you're too much trouble. At least I can recapture Jack.
Not happening. You're a 2-bit slave trader and I don't have time for it.
I do the hard things civil governments are unwilling to. This is for the good of the galaxy.
Engaging hostiles.
Going silent.
Yeah, his motivations largely don't make sense. Oh, there is not cover around here. Crap, let's go up here. This looks like a better defensive position. There we go. There's a little explosive. That's the shield generator. Oh, right, when you get past his shield generators. Working on that. Ah! Taking some hits. Yeah, they'll be on their way up here in a moment. Let's try using one of these. Got one. Where's the other one? Up here? There we go. So now his shield's no longer up, so the main boss is now vulnerable. Stand on up. Got him. Oh, sorry. Don't go down there, Kasumi. I was just trying to make you do that. Hey there. Got him. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he genuinely thinks he's saying something when he talks about his dumb excuse for how this whole place works, but I don't think that it's real anymore. If anything, I think it might be an excuse that he clings to because of that inherent contradiction built into most people, where they justify their own actions because they think that they're a good person. So no matter how horrible the things they do become, they still think they're a good person. And so sometimes it leads to incredible cognitive dissonance where you just convince yourself, no, I'm doing reasonable things. I'm not crazy. I'm not evil. I can't be evil. I'm me. Well, now he's reaved.
Stop!
Cerberus. What the hell do you want?
I just saved your ass.
He was already dead. He just didn't know it. Now, what the hell do you want?
My name is Shepard, and I'm here to get you off this ship.
I'm not going anywhere with you. You're Cerberus.
Why does it matter if I'm with Cerberus?
They've been on my ass for years. Anytime I get free, they put a huge bounty on me. That's why Warden Curel figured he'd struck gold when he caught me. It isn't working out too well for him.
I'm working with Cerberus for now because they can help me.
With them, for them, I don't care. You show up in a Cerberus frigate to take me away somewhere? You think I'm stupid?
This ship is going down in flames. We can get you to safety, and we're asking for your help.
Could knock her out, resolve this aboard the Normandy?
I'd like to see you try.
We're not going to attack her.
Good move. Look, you want me to come with you? Make it worth my while.
Tell me what you're thinking.
I bet your ship's got lots of Cerberus databases. I want to look at those files, see what Cerberus has got on me. You want me on your team? Let me go through those databases.
I'll give you full access.
You better be straight up with me. So why the hell are we standing here?
Move out.
Who's got two thumbs and doesn't give a crap about Cerberus files? Well, Rex, but also me, I guess. Recruited prisoner known as Jack for the team. Purgatory's betrayal of Shepard, unacceptable. Fortunately, was able to reverse credit transfer. May have to take steps against Blue Suns to demonstrate consequences of interference. They were naughty.
Welcome to the Normandy, Jack. I'm Miranda, Shepard's second in command. On this ship, we follow orders.
Tell the Cerberus cheerleader to back off, Shepard. I'm here because of our deal.
Miranda will let you into the system. Let me know what you find.
Hear that, Precious? We're going to be friends. You, me, and every embarrassing little secret. I'll be reading down in the hold, or somewhere near the bottom. I don't like a lot of through traffic. Keep your people off me. Better that way.
Miranda disapproves. Strongly. Probably. Actually, who can I reach with the comm system at this... Oh, that's Edie.
What's this area of the ship? This is the FTL communications room. In addition to... This allows lag-free communication.
Definitely done this before.
You out, Shepard.
Can I access the comms? I thought I had a pop-up a second ago. Huh? Oh, it's the door. Okay. I briefly thought I could access the comm system, and I was like, ooh, I wonder who I can look up. But that doesn't seem to be the case right now. I think I'm gonna check with Miranda. She may have some choice words for me at the moment. Oh yeah, you might have something to say about Jack.
Jack's tattoos are beautiful. As colorful as her past, I'm sure. I have concerns with her temper, though.
You have worries about Jack?
I know she'll be solid under fire, but her attitude suggests deep personal issues. She pushes people away, yet approaches sex casually. I don't think she understands her own motivations. Just be careful when talking about personal matters.
I'll do my best not to piss her off.
Please warn me if you fail. I want a chance to hide. Anyway, what's up?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Any follow-up email? Nope, not for this one. Alright, let's check with Miranda. And it's probably about time soon to start doing, just do laps around the ship, check in with various characters, see if they have new dialogue. In many games by BioWare, including Dragon Age Origins, Mass Effect 1, maybe Mass Effect 3 even, and KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic, they have a specific pattern where they usually have a intro mission, then a part where you can go anywhere between 3 and 5 places in whatever order you feel like, and then a final mission. So the middle part's a big random order thing, and oftentimes that takes the form of, they usually contextualize the dialogue of your party members by having new dialogue pop up every time you do a main mission. But there's significantly fewer main missions in this game than usual, so the whole balance and pacing of how you expect to approach party dialogue gets a little thrown into whack if you're used to their other games.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
Of course. I'm just finishing an operation report. I'm impressed, Shepard. So far things have gone exceptionally well. As Cerberus operations go, this is one of the best I've been a part of.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. Just remember who's in charge.
I know exactly who's in charge. I report to him regularly. I'm here, we're both here, because he wants it that way. Cerberus gave you a second chance, Commander. Maybe you should do the same for us.
Yeah, but like the mission I did like an hour ago, that one, that kind of broke the second chance pretty hard, you know?
Cerberus obviously has your loyalty. How did you get involved with them?
I suppose you've earned the right to know. Do you remember when I told you how I was genetically altered? Well, that wasn't my choice. My father created me. He's a very influential man and extremely controlling. He didn't want a daughter. He wanted a dynasty. I ran away as soon as I was old and brave enough. I went to Cerberus because I knew they could protect me.
How bad were the terms you and your father parted on?
Shots were fired.
You seem capable of defending yourself. Why did you need Cerberus?
My father invested a great deal in his dynasty. It wasn't a matter of just leaving. I knew he would continue to pursue his investments.
I assume that Cerberus approves of your enhanced abilities?
Of course. Cerberus fully endorses anything that advances the cause of humanity. Genetic alterations included. But unlike my father and his own selfish reasons, Cerberus and the Elusive Man believe in a greater good. They see the bigger picture, and I feel like I have a purpose here.
Who exactly is your father?
A businessman, but a very wealthy one. It's ironic, my father believed deeply in a human-positive agenda. He donated generously to Cerberus before I joined them. That's how I first heard about Cerberus, through my father's connections.
Talk about yourself like you're just a tool to be used by your father, by Cerberus.
Maybe. I like to know where I fit in the world. It helps me find meaning in how I was created.
You are who you are, Miranda. You don't need to make excuses for it.
That's easy for you to say. We've both been engineered for greatness, Shepard. The difference is you were great before we rebuilt you. I'm great because of it.
Your spirit and personality are what make you great. It's what makes anyone great.
That's kind of you. I'm not sure I believe you, but thanks for saying it.
You've told me a lot about your father. What happened to your mother?
I never had one. Most of my genetic material is based on my father's tissue. His Y chromosome was altered with an amalgam of desired traits from various sources. How arrogant can you be? The man is completely egomaniacal. Just another reason I had to get away from him.
Thanks for your time, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Anytime, Commander.
So there's some bonus context for her. That's a weird process, too. Yeah, I'm made out of my dad and a bunch of different women he was into at the same time.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got any upgrade ideas for the Normandy's weapon systems?
A few, yeah. Here, take a look.
Here we go. So his continued interactions with our ship have led to him having an idea of how to continue the Thanix cannon. Turian-designed Thanix magnetic hydrodynamic cannon is now installed in the Normandy. Well, it would be if I clicked on it. Silly game. The cannon is now powerful enough to destroy a collector ship with repeated hits. It says that like it's already installed. It's not installed yet, you silly game. I have plenty for it though, so we might as well do it. Because it can damage collector ships, and that's what we want. There we go.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have the Cerberus crewmen given you any trouble?
I think being part of the team that took down Saren got me some points. Everyone I talked to was polite anyway. Don't worry, Commander. We're all working together.
What can you tell me about the Normandy's armaments?
The weapons upgrades have gone in beautifully. This thing packs a hell of a punch. It just might give us a chance against the collectors.
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
That might almost be this game's equivalent of arrow to the knee or something, is Garrus repeatedly talking about calibrations in various games. Because everybody wants to talk to Garrus and see if new dialogue came up because he's Garrus and he's a favorite of a lot of people. But that just leads to a lot of coming up to him and having him talk about calibrations over and over again because he doesn't actually have new dialogue yet. So Jack's actually going to be right about where you'd expect, which is the deepest guts of the ship, down where I found that one bed in that red gutter of the engineering department. I wonder if our locals have any reaction to them moving in.
Crazy tech into the main guns. It's almost doubled their power draw.
But they seem pretty wicked.
Indeed. Don't worry. A few tweaks to the forward capacitors, and the balance is back in line. What can we do for you, Commander?
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
Never mind. No apparent reaction to Jack moving in. Maybe she makes less of a ruckus than you'd expect, or maybe she's just really singularly interested in those Cerberus files.
Hey.
What do you think of Miranda and Jacob?
Jacob doesn't know who he is, but that's not my problem. Miranda's a Cerberus bitch. Knew that before she opened her mouth.
So even she's picking up on the idea that Jacob's approach to everything, kind of like his entire involvement with this place, seems to suggest that he doesn't really know what he's doing.
What do you think of our mission?
I don't care. I'm out to survive it, then cut loose.
I've picked up a lot of resources. Can you use them to help against the collectors?
I ran across the schematics for making L5X implants. Still got them in my head. You want to know what I need? Not usually my thing, but I've learned how to get things done on my own.
Interesting. The last person you'd expect to give you an upgrade is Jack, probably. But apparently... Yep, subject 0 biotic boost. Jack gets 20% bonus biotic damage for a price of 3,000 EZO, which is not bad. I think that's the one she gave me. There we go. That's a big deal. Caden, I believe, used an L3. Most characters use L4s, so if she has L5s, then she might actually be the best human biotic if she can use them.
Hey.
They're presumably not even done yet.
Tell me about you, Jack.
I'm still finding out about me. Thanks for letting me look at these files.
If they're helping you, that's good enough for me.
Don't be my buddy. You need me to kill for you, I need you for these files. Let's leave it there. Your friends at Cerberus are into some nasty things. I'm gonna find something I can use. I just know it.
What if the answers aren't what you expect?
I'm not looking for answers. I'm looking for names, dates, places.
What happens when you find what you're looking for?
I go hunting. Anyone who's screwed with me pays. Their associates pay. Their friends pay. The galaxy's gonna be a lot emptier when I'm done.
What's your history with Cerberus?
They raised me in a research facility. I escaped when I was a kid. Been on the run ever since. And they've been chasing me ever since. But soon, I'm gonna chase them.
You think about this a lot, don't you?
I go to sleep with this. I wake up with it. Everyone I kill, I pretend it's the ones that did this to me.
You don't have to live in this pit, you know.
It's dark, quiet, and hard to find. That spells safety to me. You know, this ship is a powerhouse. You could go pirate. Live like a queen. I could help.
We have to stop the collectors. I don't have time for piracy.
When this is done, we'll either be dead or out here in space with this ship. Think about it. Lots of creds. Freedom to go wherever you want. And all the mayhem and fighting I could want.
What is it about killing that fascinates you so much?
I figure every time someone dies and it's not me, my chances of survival go up.
I should go.
Yep.
I should go. Yep. Get out of here. Shoo. This is my piece of red. I'm trying to remember, but I believe there's even like a color hue thing going on here where the bottom of the ship's more red and the top of the ship's more blue as you go higher and lower. And that might even be directly tied to some of the characters that they put in those compartments and their general leanings on the let's call it the Dungeons and Dragons alignment spectrum. Let's see, we don't have anyone there yet. That should be Zaid, which would definitely support my argument. Yeah, Zaid and Jack being in the bottom. Miranda, Garrus, and Kasumi, more neutral. Morden and Jacob, well, maybe not. It's easier to find more violent examples than more positive examples in the Mass Effect cast in general. I would say, yeah, especially the characters we have so far here, probably the most positive, or if we're trying to do any lawful good, or nah, we'll ignore the whole chaotic and lawful spectrum, just talk about good and evil a little bit. Well, let's just say Paragon. Probably more Paragon examples would probably be like Jacob, Liara, and Tally. Two characters that are notably not even here. So the characters we currently have on the ship are all characters that are actually, yeah, a lot of people that lean relatively renegade across the board. And then, of course, Garrus is inherently torn between the two because that's his whole character, is being the character that's in the shadow of your protagonist. I think my fish are dead. I actually forgot to check after Overlord, but I think my fish die because of Overlord regardless. No, my fish are still alive. Take that, apparently. Huh. Maybe they changed how the fish work. Or maybe I have an automatic fish feeder somehow. I have no idea. Okay, so getting Jack wasn't particularly time-consuming, so let's maybe look into Zaid's quest, The Price of Revenge, which I believe is also a relatively short mission, so it should fit in nicely to this particular episode. So we established earlier that, based on Kasumi, that characters change appearances after you do their loyalty mission. And I think that's a nice little detail. The connection between having people look different magically because you got their loyalty up is arbitrary and doesn't matter. It doesn't make sense necessarily to connect those two, but it has the cool effect of that it's a visual representation of story arcs in a way. Because what happens is, when you have a bunch of characters, you want them to change in some way or have something important to happen with them over the course of the story. And so having them change in appearance, even though it's optional, is a decent way of conveying the fact that that's happening. Because if your entire crew of characters all look different at the end of the game than they do at the beginning of the game, it helps visually reinforce the idea that everyone's changing over the course of the game, which they hopefully are if your riders are doing their jobs. Zorya. Mud, sweat, and spores is how Blue Sun's mercenaries characterize the planet that gave birth to their home office. This lush garden world is known for its heavy plant and fungal life, creating spectacular jungle zones over much of its 8 continents. Despite persistent problems with rot and rust, Zorya attracts investors and corporations from all throughout the galaxy, since it has exploited only a fraction of its potential resources. The Blue Suns dominate the security contracts in Zorya, so much that the residents describe them less as like a monopoly and more like a conquering regime. 148 million people, so not a small colony at all. And yeah, I also thought about doing this episode, because it's another Blue Suns mission. Doubling up. Alright, we have Zaid. Let's have some fun and bring along Jack, since she's the new character. We're slowly filling in this screen of characters. And Shepard leveled up. Yay. So I can go further into Reeve, increasing the strength of Reeve and its duration and damage, or I can increase its radius so it can hit multiple people, which could also be quite fun. So that's tempting. Being able to hit a cluster of people at once would be really handy. Or I can go further down tech armor if I want. I do like the idea of providing a damage bonus to all powers. My powers being more powerful would be appealing. I'm gonna go for that one. Let's see. Does it give you... It's a 15% power damage bonus. That's admittedly not a big deal. But it is double your shield capacity, which doesn't hurt. Same recharge time either way. But this makes the pulse force 240 newtons instead of 160. And it does double damage if I do the assault armor. Okay. So they are very much just passive changes. This makes the penalty for your enemies when your shield goes down stronger, while this makes you do more damage with your powers. It's a bit of a toss-up. I do like the idea of getting some bonus power, but I can easily see why people would go either way. Zaid, haven't used you for a little while. Alright, I have enough to put a third point into 2 different skills, basically. Health and weapon damage is not a bad place to start. Let's go into that and disruptor ammo, which is a nice passive effect. That, because you activate it and then it just stays active for a while. You can really see how their facial detail on human characters got kicked up a notch when you see a character like him, by the way. There's so many little details, whereas you compare him to Caden from 3 years earlier in the Mass Effect franchise, and his face is kind of just a big blurry mess by comparison. Hi, Jack. We're gonna be a little busy with you. Okay. So Shockwave, launch a string of concussive mass effect fields in a narrow path in front of you. It's basically like a throw mixed with a line attack, in that it just has a shockwave going across the floor and just hits everybody in the way. It's kind of a fun idea. It's like if you took a tablecloth and you whipped it, and the wave went down the tablecloth, except it's happening to humans. Pull. We've seen that one before. Straightforward skill. Jack's experimentation with her unique abilities increases her health and weapon damage and reduces the recharge of her powers. So, yeah, health, power, and recharge time. Then the final one lets you either make her powers stronger or weapons. I mean, it feels like power is the whole point, so it seems weird to go the other way around. And we can't get warp ammo until we go for loyalty. Very tempting just to burn through this, but we do need to unlock the basic skills so she can use them. Might go all the way down Shockwave. Your Shockwave power obliterates everything over a long distance, or your Shockwave now has a wide impact radius, taking out everything in a broad strip in front of you. Might give that a shot. So that's higher damage and higher radius. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Your power strengthens to become a biotic freight train, swatting aside everything in a long path, versus it now has a wide impact radius, and it just covers a huge area. That just sounds like fun. I just like the idea of everybody in an area just toppling, so I'm gonna go for the wide one. Let's put a I can put either 2 points into Subject 0 or 1 point into both Pull and Subject 0, basically. Let's go for Subject 0 for the sake of that passive effect. That's a decent place to start. Well, she should be dangerous. Alright, so here we are for Zaid's mission. Let's see. Before he was hired by Cerberus, Zaid had taken a mission to go to Zorya and liberate an Eldfell Ashland refinery from the Blue Suns. Once his work there is done, he can dedicate his full attention to the mission. So interestingly...
Blue Suns communications. Stay tight and look out for ambushes.
What's a bit weird is that this is a weird case where it's not personal, which kind of infers that maybe nothing's personal for Zaid unless he has something to reveal to us, because generally loyalty missions are about some personal detail and something that has to be done because it's nagging at their heads. But as far as this has been contextualized so far, this is just another job, just one that he still has.
Bravo, a shuttle landed near your location. Check it out.
Here we go. Keep close.
Is this supposed to be a plant right there? It's perfectly flat. That's funny. It's not very convincing. Yeah, as far as we've been told, it seems that he's just got a contract and he just wants to get rid of it because he doesn't like things being left undone.
Shot in the back and left to rot. That's definitely Vito's style. Let's push ahead.
But he's also familiar with the person, so maybe not. What? Oh no, it's... it's the monkey quest! It's the monkeys from the monkey quest! No! I hate that mission. I hate that mission so much. From the Mass Effect 1 mission where you talk to monkeys. You keep clicking on all the monkeys till you find the item. Do they inhabit this planet? There we go. That was a worthy waste of ammo.
Command to Bravo. Take a position. Likely these people are not runaways.
What? He's impervious to bullets. How can it be? I mean, to powers. That was loud noise, accompanying a really muted shot noise. Listen, I may have some built-up aggression issues with that particular type of character. I'll admit it. Shockwave, Jack. Oh, he died already. Oh, you fired it anyway. Okay, well that's what Shockwave looks like. You've seen it now. Come on out, buddy. Come on out, buddy. That didn't really work out. I forgot to apply my armor again. There we go.
Watch the landing.
Look at that. He's going for a trip. Ah. No, thank you. There you go. Hey! That's ridiculous. What's currently mapped for you? So you're already using the ammo type. Oh, I haven't actually mapped anything for you. There we go. Shockwave. I would love to be able to activate that as I go. There's the meta gel I used last mission. Hi there. Yay! It's just a massacre over there. Everyone just goes flying. Well, he didn't have a good time, did he? I took care of it, I think. Shockwave! Jack's fun. She's good to have around. Just utter demolishing. It does make me kind of wish I had picked Shockwave, but Reeve is clearly working out for me, so no major loss there.
If any of you retreat while the intruders are still alive, I'll kill you myself.
Vito. Sounds like he hasn't changed.
I get the feeling you have a past with this, Vito.
I knew he was a sadistic bastard back when we started the Blue Suns. The Suns only got meaner after he staged his little coup 20 years ago. So yeah, we have a past.
Why didn't anyone tell me you founded the Blue Suns?
Because it's not common knowledge. Vito wiped me out of the records. He ran the books, I led the men. Worked real well for a while. Then Vito decided to start hiring Batarians. Cheaper labor, he said. Goddamn terrorists, I said.
There we go. So it's not just some contract. It's very personal, actually.
20 years is a long time to hold a grudge.
A grudge? Vito turned my men against me. He paid 6 of them to restrain me while he put a gun to my head and pulled the trigger. For 20 years, I've seen that bastard every time I closed my eyes. Every time I sighted down on a target. Every time I heard a gunshot. Don't you call that a goddamn grudge?
You survived a gunshot to the head?
Yeah. And you survived your ship getting disintegrated. A stubborn enough person can survive just about anything. Rage is a hell of an anesthetic.
We better get moving.
Direct to Southern Access. All squads mass at the gatehouse. Now!
They know we're here. Bring it on, you son of a bitch!
Well, he really wants Vito dead, and oh, there goes the camera again. And I can't see a ton of reason not to just let him do it.
Squad Charlie, Delta, mass at the gatehouse.
Given what we've seen, so that's a decent enough landscape if you don't look too closely at the blurry, waxy water over there. The world's probably better off. I always say the world. Galaxy's probably better off without the leadership of the Blue Suns.
Zaid Masani, you finally tracked me down.
Vito.
Don't be stupid, Zaid. I have a whole company of bloodthirsty bastards behind me, ready to kill or be killed on my command. Actually, take your shot. Give my men a reason to put you down like the mad dog you are. Again. What was that? Gone nearsighted, old friend.
Burn, you son of a bitch.
You just signed your death warrant, Masani.
What the hell are you doing?
Opening the gate.
We are here to free these people. Why the hell would you blow up the refinery?
I came here to kill Vito Santiago. You want my help on your mission? You better make damn sure that man dies today.
This isn't the time. We'll discuss this later.
Once Vito's dead, we can discuss anything you want.
And it turns out that he doesn't give a crap about finishing his mission, and he's not even here because of his mission. He's here because he found out where the Vito is, and that's all the reason he needs. There we go. But now he's risking people everywhere. That's a bad time. Whoa. Oh, there goes that. Okay. That's a bad. Everything's bad. Everything's bad. Okay. Place is on fire. I'm sure we'll manage. No.
Help! We're trapped! We can't get to the gas valves to shut them off! The whole place is gonna blow!
No time. Vito's probably halfway to the shuttle docks by now.
You're willing to watch these people die?
Damn right I am. We stop to help these people and Vito gets away. And if he gets away, I'm blaming you.
We're here to free these people. We're going in.
I knew this was a mistake. If we're gonna do this, we'd better get to it.
That. It's kind of a strange detail that you can't split up. Because there's other scenarios throughout the series where you can split up. And it would kind of make sense to have just send Zaid after his revenge mission and move on to clean up his mess on our own. That way you could try to get his loyalty for getting this far, potentially. But then not have this whole mess of a situation happen where everyone's dying. Because I probably don't need him to do what I'm about to do. And he could probably just go hunt down Vito now that he's on the run, and then everybody wins. But instead he has to come with you because the option's not given, which is weird because earlier this game the same option was given. When you're dealing with Garrus, you can leave a character behind to help Garrus stay alive. And that directly involves making the situation more dangerous for you, but you're putting your teammates first over that particular goal. So given that context, it feels slightly strange that I can't tell Zaid to go have his revenge while I clean up his mess and hopefully nobody dies, as opposed to what's happening here. You could see it as a risk that you even would divert him on its own, but it's a compromise. A compromise that is noteworthy for its absence, I would say. I clicked on it, right? Oh, there's more over here. I'm going! Ow, everything's on fire. Oh, it's done. You just had to make a mess of things, huh, Zaid? Couldn't just, like, not blow up the whole place, and then we can go chase Vito and shoot him a lot till he's dead, and this whole mistake wouldn't happen? It's kinda your fault, frankly. We didn't discuss this plan, and you got all suicidal about this. And he didn't even just make the one explosion, he kept making more of a mess. Just to dig this hole deeper.
We can use this.
Hey. You guys alright down there? Oh yeah, they're running for it. They'll hopefully make it out alive. Yep, I'm sticking to the actual mission. I don't like people lying to me. I got flack for betraying my teammates during a particular mission before in Witcher 3 also, but those teammates lied to me about the context of the mission. And so I turned on them the same way that they were manipulating me. I don't like being manipulated by the people that send me on missions. Hello.
This is valuable.
M451 Firestorm acquired. The following squad members now, but he's a Shepard. Nobody else. Period. Oh, that's why. It's a flamethrower. That's fitting, I suppose, given the mission that we found it on. Why would this refinery have a flamethrower on it, though? Can't help but kind of wonder about that, right? This seems like an awfully dangerous location just to be running around with a flamethrower, just in general. Anyway, back to my previous gun. Don't really want to burn through all of my ammo right now. That's probably the way I'm supposed to go. What's around here? There we go. You'll notice that they give me a new weapon, and they immediately... I think there was just a change loadout thing over there. They immediately give you the option to get rid of your new weapon if you don't want it anymore. Which might make most sense. Flamethrowers are fun, I guess, but chain lightning, I think, is more fun. Maybe I'm crazy.
No sweat.
Okay. Definitely under attack. Oh, can't take cover here. Cannot take cover here. You feeling alright? Not so much? Did I forget the map of power? I didn't. He thinks I don't have a chance, huh? That's cute. That'll be bad for you. Yeah. Whee! Oh, that was awkward. Whoa, durable. Not really planning on betraying people. That didn't blow up. Crap. Oh, crap. Didn't really go as according to plan on any level, really, just now. Flying! There you go. Can I oh, okay. What just hit me? Oh, that thing probably. Oh god. Oh god, they're everywhere. They're in every direction simultaneously. I'm about to die. Yep, okay. That went to crap really fast. That was a pretty heavy amount of stun locking and screen shaking to the point where I couldn't tell what was happening. And then I just went down. So apparently people show up behind you over there. Now I know that. Alright, ya pesky mech. How you doing, buddy? Nope. Okay, shields are down. That's not good. Not what I was going for. Back to the arc projector. This'll feel good on the inside. Ow. My armor. My poor armor.
I'm on him.
Just going for the occasional overload right now. Well, that's over now. So now, Reeve.
My favorite thing.
Reeve. There we go. We're just about there now. Zaid, you dummy. We're almost there. Whoa. That was quite the explosion just now. Well, alrighty then. Back to the SMGs it is. Didn't even use a medkit this time. How many side paths are there? Hello. Various industrial bits. Considering the place has now been saved from the fire, and people presumably still work here, because didn't the Blue Suns take this place over and not build it? So they weren't slaves, they were workers here, it's just the Blue Suns took the place over. That would mean that, we're no longer salvaging then, we're just stealing. This is a place of work that people are presumably going to return to, and we're looting it, basically. Like, the word loot for RPGs, but in a more literal sense than we usually mean, which is that we're actually looting a place that, could probably still use the stuff that we're taking from it. Such descriptive terminology in the case of various industrial bits. Is that the door I need to use? It is. Okay, we'll check this one out too. What you guys hiding in here? You got a prototype for me? You got nothing for me? Alright. That's almost as good. If you're incredibly generous, as in like fabricating entire reasons to be happy about something. What was that sound?
You just cost me 20 years of my life! Ah! Son of a bitch! Oh.
Zaid, you alright?
The hell do you care? I'm fine. Now come on, get me out of this shithole.
You put your revenge ahead of the mission. How can I trust that you'll be there when we need you?
I'll do what I was goddamn paid to do, Shepard. Just don't expect any more than that. Now stop screwing around. Let's go.
You put your own goals ahead of the mission. That is not the way this works.
I've survived this long watching my own back. No time to worry about anyone else.
You're part of a team now, Zaid. There's no way we can do this unless we're all working together.
You have a point. I'm not done with Vito. but I can put that behind me long enough to get your mission done. Let's get the hell out of here.
Hey, level up again, apparently. Eldfell Ashland Refinery on Zorya has been liberated, though the company will have to spend millions to rebuild. Although Vito Santiago escaped, Zaid has accepted Shepard's command and appears focused on the mission. Yep. New outfits, new power, the volatile grenade. And we got our new weapon for ourselves. A few other different types of rewards along the way. Yep, somehow that gives you Zaid's loyalty. Weird, right? You completely break the thing that was the goal of the mission, and he's like, "Yeah, cool. I'm loyal now." It almost feels like that should have been a real opposite. Even the dialogue was like, "Screw loyalty," as if to imply that if you make this dialogue option, you might be permanently losing access to his loyalty for the entire
Commander,
playthrough.
you've received a new message at your private terminal.
And yet, paradoxically, here he is, plenty happy now. He has a little circle around his feet now, showing he's loyal. He's got a little red costume. That seems to be the theme for a lot of the loyalty variants. So now Zaid and Kasumi are both happy with me. But we still have 5 empty slots, and 5 characters that are have not gained loyalty yet. Garrus, why? Untitled. From Error Invalid Sender Name. Hey Shepard, heard I have you to thank for getting out of Purgatory. Sent a ship to round me up, but they didn't weapons check good enough. I'm gonna carve your name instead of mine into the next victim as thanks. Got anyone you need dead? You did take a shot at me though on my way out, so I have to kill you. You know how it goes. Dad taught me that you let anybody hurt you, they get ideas. So you make sure to send a message. Not like I'm sending now, though. See you around. The people who live here are coming back, and it's shower time. It's showtime. Look around for your name. I'll make sure. I'll make sure you find it before I find you, Billy. Welp. There we go. We let a bunch of dangerous criminals out, free, roaming the galaxy, murdering people now. Also, we can get Jack for our mission, who may or may not even actually be in a position to help us in any major way. I mean, that's a real big possible roster of party members, so they all better be very worth it in order to justify this whole thing. It's interesting. Probably another case of lack of decisions or lack of consequence of decisions. This episode is 2 missions that are a little weird. I like the prison colony concept, and how it's executed generally is fine. It's weird that there's a single button that unleashes every single prisoner ever, but given that context, it's also weird that Shepard, for once, there's no dialogue option. You don't choose whether Shepard's going to release Jack and every single dangerous criminal on the entire place, or B, cut their losses and leave, or find another way even. No, you have to unleash every single dangerous criminal in the entire prison. And while stopping the Blue Suns is commendable, I don't know if that's an entirely justifiable reason to get Jack. It's like, yeah, we got Jack by, causing a bunch of deaths. Meanwhile, yeah, you don't... When Zaid causes a fire, you don't have the option to split up from Zaid and let him do his revenge mission while you deal with the problem. Which should be a valid option. A lot of CRPGs would have been better about having more options there, but this one just gives you the binary choice of good Zaid, bad Zaid, as far as loyalty goes. And I would have liked more consequences there. Like, what if, they could have all sorts of dice rolls there. Like, say, if you go on his revenge mission and you take out his revenge target unquestioningly, then you get his loyalty. But maybe if you make a decision against his interests and save everybody, you don't get his loyalty, but he survives. But let's say maybe you have an option to split up, but then maybe a series of other factors may affect a calculation behind the scenes about whether or not Zaid lives or dies. So maybe Zaid can go on his revenge mission, and maybe based on his level or his equipment or some other factor before that in the game, it might affect whether he succeeds at killing the guy while being split up, or maybe you find Zaid dead and you're like, oh, well, that didn't work. Like, that'd be an interesting consequence with a bunch of branching storylines, which would be kind of cool. The end result is basically just Zaid's alive or dead and loyal or not loyal, which is generally already accounted for within the variables of the game, so that's not too big of a haul, but it would make the decisions have more meaning. And similarly, like maybe there's a easy way and a hard way to get Jack out, and the easy way is to let everybody out, but instead letting him out is not only the only option, it's not even presented as an option, it just happens, and you're like, oh, cool, we're just letting all the prisoners out? I'm questioning this a little bit, Shepard. It's one of those things where it doesn't make the game bad or anything. Obviously, I think it's a great game, but it's the line between full-on role-playing and the specific brand of modern BioWare game role-playing, where it's less that you're role-playing and more that you're just sort of clicking on options as they come up and dealing with whatever sampling you get. So it's it's less comparable to classic CRPGs and more comparable to, well, my opinion I've stated on that game Tyranny I played, which is from the people that made Pillars of Eternity and a whole bunch, and Fallout New Vegas and so on, like that often do have big branching paths, but Tyranny kind of railroads you a lot and gives you false choices, or no choices in many cases. And in some cases, some of these quests are less like the famous multiple decisions BioWare or other companies' quests you would think of, and sometimes have a few missing options that make them feel a little bit more like Tyranny.
This mission takes me back. Jack, Subject Zero, whatever you call her. Hell of a girl. Could have used a destructive little bitch like that 10 years ago when we dropped blind into the Krogan DMZ. Took out a lot of Krogan that day, but we lost way too many men. Hell of a mission down there on Zorya. Can't believe Vito got away. 20 years of tracking gone, just like that. But I gotta let that go. We have more important things to do. I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
Well, there we go. He's loyal now. Somehow. Onward and upward. Or, well, there's not really an up anymore in space.